Bol-News on the NCR channel is presented by the Pinewood Nainital.
Welcome everybody to BNHAF, that is Bol-News Hybrid Awards Festival. Today we have with us a very dynamic, a very special personality based in Europe, Dorotea Saykaly. Namaste, Dorotea.
Namaste. Welcome. Namaste. Thanks for having me.
A brief introduction about Dorotea. Originally from Montreal, Canada, dancer and choreographer, Dorotea Saykaly danced with a compagnie Marie Chunard from 2006-2014, performing lead roles and touring internationally. In 2014, she relocated to Sweden to join the Gothenburg Dance Company, where she has worked with renowned choreographers such as Sidi Labi, Damien Jallet, Alain Lucien Owen, Marcos Moreau, and Sharon Eyal. She choreographed her first stage solo, Unraveling, which was awarded at the Warsaw Zawirowania competition in 2016. Since then, she has created a stage works such as Rosie Retrospection 2018 for Skeins Dance Theatre as the inaugural choreographer for the 3D National Collaboration. Double-blinded 2019 for the 3D Festival at the Gothenburg Dance Company, and her second solo, She 2019, which premiered at the Festival Quartier Dance at Place des Arts in Montreal. Dorotea's work moves fluidly from the stage to the film to visual arts. She has collaborated choreographically with the Swedish photographer duo Cooper and Goffer on the international exhibit Utopia. She has co-created, choreographed, and performed in the awarded screen dance short films Painted 2012 and Brief Candle 2013. Both featured in film festivals internationally. Her most recent film, She 2021, co-created with Emil Den Seidel, has been awarded Best Experimental Film with CIF, honorable mentions with Around Film Festival Barcelona, and just had its North American premiere at the Fotografiska Museum, New York City in April 2022. Dorotea has appeared in the films Cyrano by Joe Wright, with choreography by Sidi Labi, and Anima by Paul Thomas Anderson, with choreography by Damien Jallet, and was the lead role in Change for the Girls Invest campaign by Philip Templeman, also choreographed by Sidi Labi. She is the inaugural recipient of Emily Morner Emerging Choreographer Award and has created the new stage work Relic for Ballet BC Company in Canada, which premiered in May 2022. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, Dorotea.
I've been blessed to have nice opportunities.
Welcome. I'm sure that a lot of audiences watching you today in the Masterclass in Knowledge series will benefit from you.
That's wonderful to hear.
So tell me, how did your journey in choreography and dance start?
Well, dance is really thanks to my mother. When I was 11, she put me in a dance class, and I really did not want to go at all. I was not into it. And long story short, I just ended up falling in love with it. And just, because that passion just kept pushing me, I just continued to take classes and just tried to get better as much as possible and develop myself as a dancer. It was a lot of work because it was also a lot of maybe some negative feedback sometimes. Like I got very positive feedback in the way that I was always charismatic on stage, but technique-wise, I had to work a lot all the time. And choreography really kind of came in a sneaky way with a first film that I created in 2012 with a director back then. While I was performing, I was with Compagnie Marie Chouinard, and then just slowly I started to choreograph some projects here and there. But it was really when I came to Sweden that creation became more of an interesting aspect, mainly because I was around so many creative dancers in the dance company in Gothenburg. And I felt I wanted to challenge myself and meet the standard in the dance company. And it's just been slowly developing, kind of like a crazy path. Like, I don't really know why I would get into it actually, but slowly but surely it's becoming more and more of a passion and more of a pathway to continue to develop and a nice extension to my dance career.
Perfect. You said that you weren't interested in dancing at 11. What was your
No.
passion at 11?
Oh my God. Um, I don't even remember. I don't think I really had a passion actually, and it's a blessing that dance came in. I don't think I really had a hobby or a focus. I was a bit introverted, which is why my mom put me in a dance class. You know, she was like, okay, we need to get this girl to some sort of physical activity. And my parents have always been wonderful with introducing my brother and I to different activities, different artists, culturally very stimulating. So dance really filled a gap that I didn't know that I had.
What were the challenges you faced? Because at 11, you were not interested in dance. And I know
Mm.
that when you're doing something that you're not interested in initially, it's very
Yeah,
tough to break it. So
yeah.
what were the initial challenges you faced when you went
Mm.
dancing at 11?
Yeah. I mean, once I did that dance class, that really made me just fall in love with it. The challenge was to just play catch up with technique and, oops, sorry, it's a bit noisy. Just to play catch up with technique to try to meet the level in the class because my teachers would see potential. They would always put me in an advanced class. And it was really just about trying to keep up in class and do extra work on the side. And eventually, my parents, also we did private lessons. They got me private lessons with a teacher and a guide. So, yeah, technique, man, it was hard. That was my main challenge, really, and just trying to find confidence in the dance world.
So, how did your journey from a dancer to a choreographer happen?
Hmm. I, as I mentioned, it was it wasn't linear. It was kind of subtle. It started mainly with screen dance, with a dance film. That was my first initiation to actually starting to create something. I had a proposition from a director to create a dance movie um, based on the connection of nature and man-made buildings. So we were looking at architecture and dance. And I really had no clue what I was doing and how to approach composition and how to approach creating movement. So it was a lot of hours in the studio. And it basically was, I knew I had to be very prepared on the shoot day. So I had to have the choreography set because we had very limited time to shoot. And that was my first introduction to creating, basically. From there, it was just an interest. I think I didn't really even have like a concrete notion about choreographing. It was just a desire to step out of my comfort zone with different projects, making an installation. Someone would ask me to create for a dance film, so I would take that on. So it wasn't really like a concrete goal. It just kind of happened through these different projects.
Perfect. And how did your transition from choreographer to actress happen?
Acting has always been an interest for me. Back when I was living in Montreal, I think since 2010 or 2009, I was taking acting classes. Um, I worked a lot with theatricality with Compagnie Marie Chouinard in Montreal, a lot of voice work, and it's just always been a interest. So I've had opportunities on stage within a dance company to work with text. I usually would get acting roles because of the interest that I have with it and a certain amount of ability to deliver text. And I would just always supplement it with classes and workshops and private coaching just so I can get better at it, basically, reading books. So that's still in process. I guess the most recent project was my film She that I made with my partner now, who's Dam Saykaly. He's a film director, which was a project we decided to do during the first lockdown in 2020. And that was really my first experience with real acting on screen, for screen, with, yes, dance, but really very much focusing on acting.
Perfect. Of the three vocations, dancing, choreography, and acting, which one do you like and which one is the closest to your heart?
Oh my goodness. Dance is my home for sure. So dance is really like where everything started. And within dance, I mean, I just feel like acting is a part of it. You know, you can always develop a character in dance. You're, as opposed to using words, you're using movement. And choreography is obviously so linked to dance. So I think dance is the source for me. And acting, I just love. It's just so fun. It's just so fun to be someone else, you know, and to deliver words in a story that's a fantasy. So I really love that.
You have been a dancer, you have been a choreographer, you have been an actress. Do you plan to turn a director as well over a period of time?
I think I leave that to the professionals, like to the experts in that field. Yeah,
Proof.
what I like about my partnership now with Dam Saykaly is that he really brings in the possibility of me seeing dance in a different way because he's coming from a different perspective with a different eye. So yeah, I think my hands are full already because I'm still trying to figure out dance choreography and acting. So I think I'm gonna focus on those.
Bol-News on the NCR channel is presented by the pioneered Nainital.